course, mostly due to the important people that constitute it, because the people themselves have so many messages about the Palestinian cause and about the true face of Palestine and against the propaganda that Israel tries to convey to the world. Oh. So, first and foremost, let me say thank you for the presence of dear rabbis. In most of my speeches, I start to stress that Palestinian cause is not a religious one. With you here, it just proves it without even having to speak. Palestine had Jews, Muslims, and Christians living together for ages. The problem is not our religion. The problem is the policies of destruction, colonization, dispossession, genocide, ethnic cleansing. No matter what the religion of the oppressor is, the people under their oppression will not change their course. They will not submit, and they will not be okay with their land being taken and with their kids being imprisoned and with their lives to be always in the possession and under the power of someone who uses every single day their resources and their land for their own interests. So thank you so much for proving every bit of that truth to the world. I also want to unfortunately, Diego and Safer are not with us, but I wanted also to send them a message of thanks and support, because I think that after the first Sumud Flotilla happened, and with everything that happened in the world after that, we started seeing the true face of Israel that the West did not want to see, because it wasn't something that the people of the West would experience. But even after what we thought was a horrific incident, more people decided to get up on those boats, this time knowing really well that it would only get worse. Because Israel doesn't care that they don't carry weapons. To them, their words and their courage and their solidarity is far more dangerous than simply fighting on a battlefield, because Israel wins that battle. Israel wins the battle of propaganda, of lies, of power, of pressure. But when it comes to solidarity, those people on the streets, the millions that came out for our cause, for freedom, for justice, for international law, are the ones that win time and time again. So thank you so much for not giving up on us and for not taking for granted the normalization of the dehumanization of the Palestinian people. I want to also give a shout out to the Palestinian journalists. I know that also we have a journalist that would be with us, but also medics. The journalists were the reason you all see some of the truth. And I say some because no matter how much we can portray to you what's happening in Gaza or think we know what's happening in Gaza, all the families that come out tell you you know nothing. And that there is a reason why the occupying power is not, after 2.5 years of genocide and devastation, after controlling every bit of earth, is still not letting journalists or any humanitarian organizations to enter and see and assess for itself. Because what Israel fears most in this world is the truth. Because the truth, if it gets to you through media, through the reports, through testimonies, it would be hard for any government, for any leaders to stand or shield or protect such an ugly, ruthless regime as happening right now. So these journalists that know whenever they post anything, whenever they investigate, whenever they come out with the truth, not only do they do that while risking not being there for their loved ones that are being killed or starved or need medical attention, but they also know that they have put a target on their back, not the opposite when they wear the press. What do they call the press jacket. Well, the democracy, for a reason I don't understand, gives machine guns to terrorist settlers to come into the homes of Palestinians, shoot them, burn their crops, and terrorize them, tell them, you don't have any place here, we're taking your home. If this was to happen in any other place, you would see the world going, they have the right to defend themselves, right? But Palestinians don't. If a Palestinian tries to defend their family from the terrorist settlers, they will find the occupation forces coming onto them, taking them to prison, and then they're labeled a terrorist. That is the pure identification of colonialism, of turning tables around, because colonies, when colonialists come in, and they have been doing that the whole, in our whole history, slavery was normalized because slaves were portrayed as aggressive, they needed to be contained. When we had